15 minutes till half-time. Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, some tackle that. Nicely aimed pass. Oh, he's found support out wide. There's the header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Rui Costa. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, a delicate chip through. Cleared without hesitation.
Ibrahimovic really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Van Bouten. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Played out wide. He's picked his way through. Plays it in low. Van der Ven attempts a clearance. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. It's a good-looking delivery. Szoboszlai. Now it's Ibrahimovic. No way through there.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Looking for options for movement. And he's intervened well there. And there is the half-time whistle. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and two between them at half-time.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or
And
any
we're
other
off
paid
again.
parking facilities in the area. Substitution on the field. Nico Williams.
Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Number 11.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Gravenberg, who does have an assist to his name. And it's Bale. And that's aimed into the middle. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee.
Substitution on the field. Number 9.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, you know, if that's the case, then, you know, he's doing the right thing.
That's an imaginative pass. Bale. Now it's Szoboszlai.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He rises! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's going to be another corner. So, third corner of the game. Rijkaard with the clearance. Belletti. Well, that looks a decent ball. Bale. Great defending, strong and determined. Now that's well seen too. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Header! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Bale. Belletti. Gets a good foot in there. Rijkaard. Time and again they are repelled. Gravenberg. And the counter is on. It's Belletti. Bale picks it up out wide. There's no flag. Crosses it in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And this is Hazard. No, he wasn't going to let him past. The ball is loose and the chase is on. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Vieira pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And they've got a throw. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's run loose here. It is a corner. Otto with the short one. That's going to go a long way. And now a sudden chance to counter. Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Madrid can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Szoboszlai was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now who's going to be first to this? Bale. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. He's found the way through. He slid in and... oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Security staff for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Ferdinand gets over and intercepts. And it's Bale. Messi. Quality ball. Pinches it off him. Serginho. Now Saliba. Belletti. And it's Bale. It's gone out for a throw-in. There's the crossfield ball. Serginho. Serginho goes on a run down the left wing. He gets big! And it's hit the woodwork and out! That's an imaginative pass. Rummenigge is wide and looking to get onto this. Belletti. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Threads one in, and he was quick to react. Still goalless. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Suarez could try cutting inside here. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. And he's only too happy to take that back. Bale is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's Messi. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Szoboszlai, can he latch on to this? Saliba. That is ended up in no man's land. Messi. Luis Suarez. Van Basten kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Bale is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Vieira. Nicely weighted ball. No way through. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Belletti. For Van Basten. And it's Gravenberch. Serginho gets into a good position. Gets into some space. Cross in. Chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's Belletti. That's a lovely, neat pass. Great vision, and he cuts out the supply. Oh, easy pickings there. Messi knocks it into space. Serginho. Gravenberch. A searching ball out wide. And no, that was never going to make it. Serginho. Can he get on the end of this? Played into the middle. And that is expertly dealt with. Tele. Tele running with the ball. Bale. That's a good run down the left. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Bale picks it up out wide. That is a brilliant interception.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Not the most accurate pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Looking for the run. And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Vieira. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Szoboszlai. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Oh, can he get onto this?
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Belletti. Now that looks a decent ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Belletti. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. That's gone for a throw-in. Can he get it through? Belletti. Aims beyond the defence. Chance to deliver. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Szoboszlai. And here's Bale. Steaming on goalwards. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
Spread it left.
This is the time you need that pace.
And he welcomes it in. He has found the way through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Really fierce, close defending. Rummenigge in the hunt and looking threatening. Serginho tries to play it through. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Guardiola. Tries to pass it through. He's onside. Hangs in a chance. It's in. And late in the day, a telling moment.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Time for a change in personnel.
Number 5.
So the first
Belletti.
goal of the game.
Number 27.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter. The desire to
Coming
stick
on
to
the
your
field,
task and keep on
Nico
chipping
Williams.
away. Some might have backed
Number
off, but not
23.
this lot. This is very impressive.
Number 50.
Just the goalkeeper to beat.
Nielsen.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. And that's a good ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Suarez really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. Now it's Williams. Cross into the box. And that's the keeper's ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Well, the ball's gone astray.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Takes on his marker. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Van Nistelrooy picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
This was a fantastic display, Peter, of expansive football. They stretched their opponents at every given opportunity, and they ran them ragged. It was all highly impressive, and I just really liked what I saw here.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.